Got a brand new RC car on the channel. This is the Losi NASCAR number 8, the Dale Earnhardt Junior fantasy edition. So this is just coming out along with another new livery, the GM Goodwrench number 3 car. And I'm pretty excited because I've actually never had any of these NASCARs. So these are 1/12 scale electric race cars. They do come already in like 6 or 7 different liveries, but this is a brand new one. Pretty cool. This box actually comes with a little handle. I've never seen that before on any of the Losis, but yeah, it's going to sell for $209.99. Includes everything you need: batteries, radio, charger, 2S LiPo, as well as the car, and a little USB A and C cable to charge the battery. So yeah, let's pull off the sleeve here. Pulling everything out of the box, this is what you get. Obviously the car itself, you get a nice little 2S 1400 milliamp hour LiPo battery, 30C, so this will last about 20 minutes of runtime. You get a nice little charger, cable, as well as an adapter for USB A to USB-C. 2.4 gigahertz SLT2 radio. This is pretty cool. It does have a lot of adjustments: steering, dual rate, steering trim. I think you can also set endpoint adjustment. So yeah, pretty nice little radio. Feels really good in the hand. 4 AA's, which are included, as well as a nice foam wheel. Definitely one of the better basic radios out there, but it's actually pretty good. Little quick start guide, which is nice. So if you're new to RC, they make it really easy to kind of figure out how to put the car together. The batteries, a little charger there, putting on the body, how to actually drive the car. So yeah, this is really intended for people that are new to RC, that obviously, especially if they like NASCAR racing, just an easy entry point. Comes with everything you need. Not too expensive either, at $209.99, and it comes in a lot of different versions. So if you want a car from your favorite driver, they will sell it, and you can race with all your buddies with whatever driver and livery that you like. A little manual here in a bunch of different languages, a little bit more information than that quick start guide, and then some little upgrades and stuff you can get: heat sink, upgraded shocks, tells you about the body itself, clear bodies and stuff that you can get. Those are the other options. Different tires as well, which is really nice. So this really is a race car meant for racing. Obviously on road, you can just set up your little track in a parking lot or something like that and get you going, and tells you how to actually bind the radio and stuff if ever you have issues with that. 4 body clips, which are kind of cool. They're like shortened body clips. Look at a bit like hood pins or something like that. And 1/12 scale, it's actually reasonably sized, not a small little car. So you can actually drive this around, and it's pretty good size. So here's what the Budweiser number 8 Dale Earnhardt Jr. Body looks like. A little Chevrolet Corvette body, so pretty nice. It's got the spoiler there in the back. I'm sure it actually works and does a little bit of downforce. And the chassis, it's pretty darn nice. So this is all plastic. You can see a little brush motor with the fan, so you can actually keep that nice and cool. Here's the combo 2-in-1 ESC and receiver, so 25 amp for that motor, as well as the receiver for your radio. So nice little officially licensed Goodyear tires, Eagles obviously. They feel pretty good, gummy, obviously slicks for that on-road stuff. So a nice clean surface will definitely get you a little bit more traction. Here's what the chassis looks like. So fairly large. This is based off of some other vehicles in the Horizon Hobby line, like the Grom series, which is a really nice series. Actually, I've had several of those. They all work really well, durable, upgradable and stuff. So you can see, nice little foam bumper with the aerodynamics, adjustable body clips. So if you have slightly different bodies, you can raise and lower them. Nice composite oil-filled shocks. Coilovers, of course, double wishbone suspension. You have the links here to turn the wheels, a little servo there with a little drag link there. So everything's nice, pre-done for you, so you don't really have to adjust anything. Double wishbone in the rear again, and then a little diffuser here underneath. So should be reasonably aerodynamic. Does take an IC2 connector, which is what you would have here on your battery. And then, yeah, actually a fair amount of space. So I think you could probably even put in a taller battery. Definitely a lot of space on the chassis, bigger motor, that kind of thing. But the cool thing about this is that you can buy a bunch of these with your friends. You don't have to modify anything. Obviously stock car racing, running these things stock is, I think, going to be the most fun, most fair. And then, make everybody basically have the same type of car with whatever driver livery combination that you like. So yeah, there's a quick look at the little car. car. So it does have all metal gear, so it does have a fairly stout drivetrain. You know, everything is replaceable. So if you break arms, if you want to change out the tires, you wear them out. You want to change the body. Lots of upgrades and changes you can make if you actually want to replace parts, or just, you know, if you ever break anything. But these things are quite stout, especially at the speeds these things are going. You know, for an entry-level vehicle, it's not going to be crazy fast, but if you crash into stuff, I don't expect this is really going to break. QR code there if you want more information. So yeah, I don't think there's any stability control or center diff or anything like that. So this is a fairly basic four-wheel drive vehicle, but it is going to drive pretty well on road. And the next thing we're going to do is take it out and drive it. All right, we've got a 2S LiPo installed, all charged up and ready to go. So first run of the Losi NASCAR Budweiser 8 car here on this basketball court. So I think the cleaner the surface, for sure, it's going to be easier to drive. Actually, pretty good drag brake. Probably going to be good for ovals type stuff, because you can just kind of let off the throttle, not have to brake. But brakes are pretty phenomenal. So this does have a center spool and no gyro control, so definitely requires some control, but grip is good on this type of smooth surface. The smoother the surface, for sure, the cleaner it is as well, the better it's gonna drive. But yeah, you could slide it if you want. There you go. But actually drives quite well. Handles, the braking on the drag brake on this thing is like perfect. One thing I'll say about performance, brush motor, super smooth. See if we can kind of follow this circle. Forget oval racing, how about circle racing? Alright. A little bit rougher. Still pretty good. And even more rough. Alright, now we're getting a little body scraping here. Yeah, the body on this is super low, like below the chassis. That's one thing I noticed. Pretty interesting. The body is lower than the chassis, so it makes it super realistic, but that's what you're gonna scrape first, is the body. And honestly, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna try it here at the skate park. Obviously not what it's intended for, but I don't see why that should stop us. Ooh. No air control with the on-road slicks, but I think oh, alright, we can do this. We have the capability. That was kind of sick. Oh my gosh. Pretty nice. Actually pretty smooth. You're just kind of reasonable with your jumps and try to land the back sides. It's actually not too bad. Kind of Dukes of Hazzard, right? Dukes of Hazzard approved? I think so. Not bad at all. Well, there you have it. The Losi NASCAR number 8 Budweiser Dale Earnhardt Jr. fantasy car with the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 body. Drove well. On road, obviously, it's going to shine. Handles well. I think the suspension is set up perfectly for on road. It's going to be fixed center, you know, locked differential or anything, so there's nothing there in the middle, but It actually drives well. The slicks hook up pretty good on concrete, on pavement, and you can see even at the skate park, it actually drove pretty well. Getting a foot or so of air going off these little skate jumps, it actually performed well. So obviously the draw of this is going to be the NASCAR branding, the officially licensed body, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. stuff, the Goodyear Eagle tires, and that's what you're paying for with $209.99. That's going to be, you know, 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever they have to pay for the license. But the great thing about this is it includes everything: battery, a little smart battery, charger, 4 AA's, radio, ready to run out of the box. We're really ready to race. So grab 2, 3, 5, 8 of these things and go out racing with your buddies. Just charge up the battery in an hour and you can be out racing on any sort of parking lot or basketball court or tennis court or whatever, ready to go right there. So I think great little on-road vehicle, and I think it would be best just to keep these things stock and just race some stock class with all your friends, and pick whatever driver livery you like. I think this number 8 Budweiser looks pretty good, and I have seen the GM Goodwrench number 3, which also looks really nice in the black. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.